Hi and Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 11, would like to present our problem-based learning project for subject Statistic DAC21302, which topic is simple linear regression. Hi, my name is Nur Akila binti Hisham. My number matric is AA200404 and I will talk about introduction. Simple linear regression. Simple linear regression is a statistical method that can be described the relationship between two continuous by fitting a line to the observed data based on scatter diagram. As you can see on the right side of the slide, there is an example of a scatter diagram. Regression also can be used to estimate how the dependent variable changes when the independent variable changes. Independent variable can be defined as the variable used to predict or model y and denoted by the symbol x1, x2, x3, or it can be called as predictor, while dependent variable can be defined as the variables to be predicted or modeled, or it can be called as a response. Simple linear regression can be written as y equal to beta naught plus beta 1x plus error. However, to estimate the unknown parameters, which is beta naught and beta 1, the least square method will be used. The estimate of fitted regression line is given by y hat equal to beta naught hat plus beta 1 hat x. In addition, coefficient of determination r squared is a statistic indicating how much variance in dependent variables may be attributed to the independent variables. The coefficient of determination r squared can be expressed as r squared equal to SSR over SYY, also equal to 1 minus SSE over SYY.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Aimahan bin Firuzan. My metric number AA201085 from Statistic Section 7. So in this video, I will tell you about our filter table. So our problem format is each group is required to collect data directly by recording information from nutrient label of a variety types of food. For this project, you have to explore the relationship between fat content per serving and calorie per serving. We must analyze the data and also interpret the result. So in our filter table, the fact that we get is each group mate must collect data about nutrient fact from a variety types of snack food. Second, student must write down the dependent variable data for the data validation. So the idea we get to solve our problem, number one is we need to analyze the data and interpret the result. Second, we need to identify the response variable and also explanatory variable. Lastly, we need to test the relationship between fat contents per serving and also calorie per serving. So our issue in our question is, number one is which topic we must learn to solve the question. Number two is what kind of formula that we need to use that is suitable with the question. Number three, what kind of calculation and techniques is suitable for this question. Number four, what keyword we must highlight to answer our question. And lastly, how to use a simple linear regression. For our resources, we collect from the internet. We take from the notes given by Madam Samhani, and also we take the data from the question.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nordana Sufia binti Rosli. My metric number is AA200621. So now I am going to explain about the solution of question 1. The question is, create a scatter plot of this data between fat content and calories and describe the relationship. Firstly, as you can see in this diagram, we create a scatter plot by using the data that we already gathered, and the relationship between calories against fat is positive linear.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Abdulaziz bin Mariani. My metric number is AA200311. In this study, I would like to explain problem and solution, question 2 and also question 4. Question 2. The explanatory variable is a fat content per serving, which is x, and response variable is calories per serving y. And why we construct this problem by using simple linear regression, because there's only have one independent variable. We can determine the strongest rate of relationship between two variables, which is fat contents per serving x and calories per serving y. And last but not least, to identify the value of the dependent variable y when the independent variable x is set to a given value.
Now, for question 3, fit a simple linear regression. Write the fitted model using the mathematical notation and interpret the slope and intercept. Sketch the line. So first is to find SXY using the formula as in the diagram. We got SXY equal to 4,517.24. Next, we got the value of SXX for 365.48. Finally, we got the Y value, which is 73.154 plus 12.348x. For the next step, we have to interpret the slope and intercept. We have to plot using the data we got and sketch the line. The Y value is 12.348x plus 73.154. The R square is equal to 0.6156. Thank you.
Question 4. To get an R square, we must follow a few steps according to the 25 sample information x, y, x square, xy on the table. First, we need to get the variable of xxx, xyy, and also xxy. The formula of xxx is the total sum of x squared minus with total sum of x and must square it and divide it with a total of sine which is 25. The answer of xxx is 365.48. Next, for xyy, the formula is total sum of y squared minus with the total sum of y and square it and divide with n which is 25. The answer is 19,612.64. For xxy, the formula is total sum of x times y minus with total sum of x times with total sum of y and divide with 25. The answer is 4,570.24. Next, from the value of xxy and xxx, we can get the value of beta 1 hat with the formula of xxy divided with sxx, and the answer is 12.348. After that, we need to find SSE with the formula of SYY minus with beta 1 hat times with xxy. The answer is 34,833.76048. Move to SSR, we can determine the value with the formula of SYY minus with SSE, and the answer is 55,778.87952. Last but not least, the answer of SSR and SYY that we have to find it before have determined the value of R squared. The formula of R squared is SSR divided with SYY. So the final answer for R squared is 0.6156.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nurasa binti Zulazama. My matrix card number is AA200762 and I'll be presenting a discussion. We have gained 25 data of calories and fat from the snacks and already plotted in the scattered graph. We have decided to put the fat content as the x-axis and calories content as the y-axis, as we know that simple linear regression is a statistical method that used to describe relationship between two continuous quantitative variables by a fit line to the observed data. So we apply it to this question because we know that fat and calories can be counted. We can conclude that the simple linear regression really helpful in describing relationship between two continuous quantitative variables. Next, we have to determine whether the problem is dependent or independent. But for this case, it only have one independent variable, and that is why we use the simple linear regression, not multiple linear regression. We also determine that the variable has strong relationship according to the scatter plot. Simple linear regression also helps in identifying value of dependent variable and independent variable. As conclusion, we use the simple linear regression because we only have one independent value. Simple linear also can be used in determining many variables as long as the variable is set to a given value. Furthermore, we need to fit a simple linear regression model using the mathematical notation. We have inserted data and information given into the mathematical to find the value of the sample. The mathematical notation in this question are S equals to summation n I equals to 1 xi yi minus summation of n I equals to 1 yi times summation n I equals to 1 yi over n. The second equation is beta equals to xsy over sxx. The third one is beta equals to y bar minus beta 1 x bar. And the last one is y bar equals to beta naught plus beta 1x. These four equations had been used in the question until the result is gained. From the result we gained, we have fitted a line on the scatter plot graph. Last but not least, we have to find the value of r squared and interpret the value. We have used the same mathematical notation and equation as above to find the value. We also have to find the residual sum of squares SSE, then find the regression sum of squares. To find the value of r squared, the equation used is r squared equals to SSR over SYY, which is same to 1 minus SSE over SYY. After find the value, we can interpret it in the value of r squared. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Faiz Izzuddin bin Zulkifli Izzuddin. Metric number AA200142. Today I'm going to be talking about conclusion. Based on the problem-based learning, we can conclude that simple linear regression method can describe a relationship between two continuous quantitative variables. For example, we can describe the relationship between two variables, which is fat and calories, from the data of 25 junk foods. We have sketched scatter plot to state the relationship between fat and calories and explain the relationship between them. From the scatter plot, we also have to find the value sample. The regression also had been used to estimate the dependent variable changes when the independent changes. We also had to estimate the unknown parameters to least square method to obtain the best fitting line for a set of data. The line is selected as estimators of values that minimize the sum of squares and differences between observed and expected responses. We also gain the r square value and interpret it. That's all from me. Thank you.